Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Today I'm going to be showing you a simple technique to help improve your accuracy at the anvil. This method was taught to me by a man by the name of Dennis Gilkey, a real great friend of mine now. I got taught this at a class that I took at Touchstone Center for Crafts. I'll put a link to their website down in the description box below if you want to find out more about them. It was a class. This isn't a sponsored video. It's just a really great place if you live in the United States. It's in Wharton Furnace, PA, and it's just a really great place. I've been there for the last 6 years, taking classes with various smiths, mainly Tom Latney, but this guy had instructed me in one of my very first class of how to improve my hammer accuracy, and this was taught to him by a fellow by the name of Glenn Orr. Anyways, the method is very simple. You draw an X on your anvil and you say, oh, okay, this just got cartoonish. And yes, you're right. And you wouldn't think that this is really that genius, but it really is. It really helps you out. Take and find yourself a soft face hammer, whether it be a brass hammer, whether it be a lead hammer, whatever, rawhide mallet. This happens to be just a standard like nylon mallet, and it doesn't hurt the anvil. That's the goal. Let's not hurt the anvil, right? With a bunch of dings. So the ideal here is for you to get into your correct hammer form and your correct hammering position, just like as if you were to have some steel to work with, and then you aim for the center of that X. And you keep hitting that center of that X until it disappears. Redraw the X. Until it disappears. Redraw the X. And you keep doing this over and over and over and over again. You can do this in your living room. You can draw this on a block of wood and just hammer away on a block of wood. It really does not matter where the X is drawn and what you're beating upon. The important point is to shape up your skills and keep hammering until you wear out the center of that X. This happens to just be soapstone. Interestingly enough, about the time you wear off the center of that X is about the same time that it takes for you to lose heat in a piece of steel. So it gives you really closely a resemblance of about the same time frame. Once that's done, you stop hammering. About that time, you would put the steel back on its fire, and then, do something around the shop, pull the steel back out, and hammer again. So it's essentially the same time format, but without the rush, without the need of having a hot fire going. You can do this in the evening after you've gotten off work, things like that, just to practice. Say you don't have enough time to light your forge and get started on a project. Practice your hammering with the X technique here. So the next progression to this would be actually to bring in a piece of steel. This is just a piece of 1/8 inch thick by 1/2 inch wide, mild steel. That number is not important. What we're going to do with it is we're essentially going to take a real hammer now. We're going to set the tip of it on that X and picture and visualize that X through the piece, the center of that piece, and then we're going to hammer. Just like so. The X is gone. You just redraw your X. So that would be the next obvious progression of this. Then the last progression, which I'm not showing today, is essentially to heat up a piece of steel and hammer away at the piece of steel on the X. And then the very last progression of this is to take the X away set the steel on the anvil, and focus hitting as if the X never really went away. And then this right here, trust me guys, if you give this a try and you do this, I think it took me roughly, I would say between about probably a good 30 days of doing this every day before I really felt like it really increased my hammering technique and my abilities to hit the exact area of material that I wanted to take and hit. But it really does help. It really helps to practice, and it helps to practice in a low stress environment. You don't have chaos going on with the forge and blowers and sparks and flame and things like that. It is just you standing, perfecting your correct hammering technique. Hope this helps you all out there. Give it a try and let me know what you guys think. You know, maybe in a month or two, come back if you gave it a try, and let everybody know your progress if you were struggling with hammer accuracy. So anyways, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching this video. God bless you all, and we'll catch you on the next one.